Hallo! We are Lisa and Greg.
Das heutige Video ist how the German government works.
Oh!
Did I do that right?
You did good. You did good. All right.
Okay. I was practicing.
You were practicing. Today's video is brought to you by Conubis.
Okay.
Conubis. Maybe that's how you said it. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
So this is actually a recommendation. And
Scaver.
recommended through our Discord.
Yes.
From Scaver.
And it was recommended because Greg asked in Discord for a video about how the government, the parties, all that works.
Yeah.
And we got a whole slew of recommendations. This is just one we're going to start with. And then we're probably going to end up doing all of them because we really, truly want to understand. We want to expand, since this is German only. Yeah. We want to understand how the system works so we can do deeper videos. Right. Or even current videos. Yeah. And I think this one's a little old, but I'm assuming it's going to give us a starting point.
Well, because, what happens in our Discord is we have some people that are German that have deep conversations. Yeah. And we want to play.
Yeah. Because it's like.
And we're like, oh, I don't know what's happening, but it sounds good. So, we want to learn more about that. And then, as we have said before, where our I would say right now, our primary objective is to reapply for another visa here in Spain. But I mean, another option could be possibly Germany. So we kind of want to look at that as well. So yeah,
it would be good to understand it and see what we're getting into. Right. What would we possibly get into? So, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Germany. It's a country in central Western Europe that's about the size of the US state of Montana, or slightly smaller than Japan. If you're still having any trouble finding it, it's right next to the town of Słubice, Poland. Germany's federal government meets in the capital and largest city of Berlin. So aside from tourists taking selfies at Checkpoint Charlie and a bunch of people ordering doner kebabs constantly, what exactly goes on here in Berlin?
We're not looking at the food, baby.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, this is Germany, also known as the Federal Republic of Germany, or Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Germany's government is best described as a federal parliamentary representative democratic republic. For those of you who aren't fluent in political scientistese, those terms just mean that Germany's government is a federation of different states under a non-monarchical government, which has different people as the head of state and head of government, I'll explain the difference with that later, and that there's a layer of politicians between the voters and the legislation. Germany is also divided into 16 states, whose German names, in alphabetical order of their English names, are Baden-Württemberg, Bayern, Berlin, Brandenburg, Bremen, Hamburg, Hessen, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Niedersachsen, Nordrhein-Westfalen, Saarland, Sachsen, Sachsen-Anhalt, Schleswig-Holstein, and Thüringen. Some of these states might have familiar names from European history, be it from various treaties or dogs.
Wait, what did he say? This last part
as
here?
Many of
So, this one.
It's going to show it, but I know I was trying to.
And Thüringen.
But he didn't say it. He just.
It's Rhineland. Yeah. Palatine.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm probably butchering.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Saarland. I'm probably butchering that word too. Yeah. In the Discord, they talk about all these different places, but I don't know where they are. Yeah. And there's North Rhine. Okay. Saxony? Okay.
Some of these states might have familiar names from European history, be it from various treaties or dogs, as many of them are direct descendants of the kingdoms that once ruled these lands. Although nowadays the main purpose of the states is to manage local affairs that the federal government can't, and probably shouldn't, be bothered with. These include things like schools, law enforcement, healthcare, und so weiter. States are often further divided into Regierungsbezirke, or governmental districts, and Kreise, or districts of various types, all responsible for various tasks even more local than what the state can provide for. Now this is...
So, simple, similar to the United States. Yeah. We have counties and districts
is a video about how the German national government works, so if you're more interested in how local government works in Germany, I would highly recommend this video from Rubos. Okay, back to the federal government. Just how does that work? Well, first, there are two major legislative bodies, the Bundestag and the Bundesrat. The Bundestag meets in the famous Reichstag building and is the German parliament, while the Bundesrat meets in the Prussian House of Lords, or the place is just Herrenhaus, and represents the state governments. If you already know a bit about the US government, think of the Bundestag like the House of Representatives, and the Bundesrat as kind of a bit more like the Senate. The German government also essentially has two leaders. The president is the head of state, which means he, currently Frank-Walter Steinmeier, presides over representational matters and doesn't really have as much powers despite technically being the most important person in the German government. They really just preside over legislation and make sure nothing goes wrong. The second most is the president.
I wonder if that's an elected position.
Ooh.
Presides.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of the Bundestag, or Bundestagspräsident, currently Wolfgang Schäuble, who is basically in charge of managing the Bundestag and making sure everything's in order, and is basically Germany's equivalent of the Speaker. The Chancellor, however, or Bundeskanzlerin, currently the world-famous Angela Merkel, is the head of government, which means she appoints the federal cabinet and basically runs the country, in a sense. Technically, the Chancellor is officially only ranked third in the German government, but if you don't know much about German politics, there's a reason you probably still heard of Angela Merkel. Okay, now for the elections, which are a little bit more complicated. Not really.
I wonder what that meant.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Should we play it again? What do you say?
It basically, if you don't know anything about the German government, you know about Angela. And just
because she's like the face of.
Yeah, if that's what if you think that's what he means, or did she have a bad name?
Oh,
I don't know. In our point of view, as from the U.S., she did not have a bad look.
Yeah,
like I didn't know anything.
She wasn't painted in that image over there.
I don't think so.
So yeah,
and okay, yeah.
To vote in, but more if you're the person organizing the new government. Every 5 years, a federal election is run, and it is during this time that voters vote for new representatives in the Bundestag. Obviously, they also kind of technically vote for.
That's interesting. Every 5 years, and Americans every 4 years, and they do like every 2 years.
Right.
They have not the presidential election.
Right.
The Bundesrat, but we're just going to focus on the Bundestag for now because it's easier and more important. The ballot they are sent essentially comes in two parts. One for the person the voter wants representing their constituency, and another for which party the voter wants in power. You don't have to vote correspondingly either. If you're a fan of the SPD but like the FDP candidate more, you can vote both ways. This means that you're essentially electing two halves of the 598 seats. 299 of which go to local candidates, with the other 299 going to party representatives so that a political party can get a more proportional amount of seats for their votes. Although this does mean that the Bundestag may or may not go over the seat number of 598, and so additional overhang seats are often also given to balance this out. Overhang seats and their cousins leveling seats, however, are a no so complicated situation that's probably best left for another time. Just know that there are additional seats given depending on how the vote goes for a particular party. Now, you might have noticed that there are more than two main political parties in Germany. In fact, there are currently 6 parties with seats in the Bundestag, which, in decreasing order of said seats, are the CDU-CSU, technically 2 parties in a kind of union, but still, the SPD, AfD, FDP, the Left, and the Greens. These aren't exactly fringe parties either, especially since a party needs at least 5% of the popular vote to get a seat in government. This means that a singular party rarely gets a majority in government, and so they often need to pair up with another party to get legislation passed. This is something known as a coalition, and the current government coalition is made up of the CDU-CSU and the SPD, with the other 4 parties forming what is known as the opposition. So to wrap everything up, here's a diagram of how the German government interacts with itself. It's a little bit confusing at first, but so are most government diagrams to the unfamiliar observer. So let's start with the normal German voter, who is a German citizen over the age of 18 who has lived at least 3 straight months in Germany in the last 25 years up to the election. This only applies if you've been living outside of Germany. So in this diagram, yellow boxes represent the legislative branch, Blue boxes represent the executive branch, and gray boxes the judicial branch. Green arrows mean that one body elects and/or appoints another. Blue arrows that one body sends members to another. Red arrows that one formally appoints and/or has veto power over another. And 3 arrows is a German YouTube channel that's completely unrelated to this. So starting with the normal voter, they elect their state legislature and the federal diet. The state legislature, in turn, appoints the state constitutional court, the minister-president, and the appointed members of the federal convention. The minister-president appoints the state cabinet. And
so that's the answer to my question.
Yeah. So
the state legislator is voted by the people.
And the state legislatures vote the minister-president.
Or they appoint.
They appoint.
The minister-president. Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, let's see.
Appointed members
of the federal appoints the state.
I mean, that's how it is in America. The president appoints the cabinet, and
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Constitutional court, the minister-president, and the appointed members of the federal convention.
Okay.
The minister-president appoints the state cabinet, and those two send members to the federal council, which works with the federal diet to appoint the federal constitutional court and enact legislation. The federal diet, meanwhile, also sends members to the federal convention, which elects the president. The president has veto power over the same legislation we just breezed over, but is also tasked with formally appointing the chancellor, who the federal diet also elects. And the president has veto power over the federal cabinet that the chancellor then appoints. See, that actually wasn't too bad, was it?
Okay.
The German government is...
So the people don't vote for the chancellor, the president?
Based on that, it seemed like the only thing they voted for was the legislature. I think. Right?
Yeah. We're definitely going to have to watch more videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
To like get a good grasp of this.
Yeah. They only voted for the state legislature.
Go back. And one other one, I thought. No, that one. Start right there.
Right here?
Oh, they vote for the federal diet? Because the green... Oh, because it's pointing from the enfranchised people.
Yeah.
Vote for the state legislature.
And the federal diet.
And the federal diet.
And then it looks like...
everybody...
Yeah. But...
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean...
It seemed for sure 100%... I don't know why. Oh, that's in the statewide on the right. See how it's a statewide?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right here, the state constitutional court.
Yeah, but see how the dotted lines?
Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is statewide, and this is all the federal wide.
Oh, I see. I didn't catch that. Okay.
And then
state legislature, federal. Okay.
All
right. Well.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But I'm sure like you said, all governments are
elects and/or appoints another.
Let's start here.
Blue arrows that one body sends members to another. Red arrows that one formally appoints and/or has veto power over another. And 3 arrows is a German YouTube channel that's completely unrelated to this. So starting with a normal voter, they elect their state legislature and the federal diet. The state legislature, in turn, appoints the state constitutional court, the minister-president, and the appointed members of the federal convention.
I think it's just confusing because the elected and the appointed are the same color.
Yeah.
So it should have been like a different color, so we would have understood that the people elect.
Right.
And elected and appointed are different for us.
Yeah.
So it just
the minister
would have been a
president
little less confusing.
Yeah.
Appoints the state cabinet, and those two send members to the federal council, which works with the federal diet to appoint the federal constitutional court and enact legislation. The federal diet, meanwhile, also sends members to the federal convention, which elects the president. The president has veto power over the same legislation we just breezed over, but is also tasked with formally appointing.
So you probably want to elect a federal diet that is going to elect the president that you want.
Right.
And I'm sure that they talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chancellor, who the federal diet also elects. And the president has veto power over the federal cabinet that the chancellor then appoints.
And there's two, the president and the federal diet that elect the chancellor. So it's not just one group. Okay.
See, that actually wasn't too bad, was it?
I guess.
The German government is a big and powerful player on the world stage. Germany may be the size of Montana and have a population smaller than that of Vietnam, but Germany also has the fourth largest economy in the world, which in turn makes it arguably one of the leaders of the European Union as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's kind of important that they get this whole thing right. Thank you as always for watching. If you weren't familiar with the German government...
I mean, okay. I think that was a good start.
Yeah, I think so. All right, couple things here. We do have a Discord, so go ahead and check that out. As we've been mentioning here, we have a lot of great conversations happening over there. We get a lot of our video ideas from there. So that is free to you. So that's in the description, so you can go and check that out. And I do want to say this. Oh, God, I've been practicing. Okay. Wie immer, danke für Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Video. Peace.
Bye.